All right, perfect. We have done a lot of things in the CMS so far, but we still have a lot more to go. All right. So don't get frustrated or don't get, don't get excited. Get very excited because you're learning a lot. All right. So we're going to keep going. Don't give up. And so we started from the top: posts, category, comments. The next thing is users. Before we do anything in the users page, because we don't have anything right now, if I click on it, you see that we have a pound sign, right? So let's go ahead and go to localhost. All right, localhost, right? And then we're gonna go to the actually localhost PHP. We need to go to PHP my admin. So get there and let's build that page. Well, not a page, that table. We can't build a page yet because we need a table, right? So let's go CMS, and I'm just gonna say new table here, and I actually should have just click on CMS and then I can put how many columns I want here. All right, let's call this table users, and let's give it, geez, let's give it 9 places because we are going to be adding a lot of things for the users. So the first thing that we need to add is the user ID. We know how to do that. Integer, let's set it to 3 characters. Index, primary, and auto increment. Next is the username. Okay. Password. First name. First name. All right. Almost forgot to spell that for a minute there. Access, or we should say just role, I guess. And later on, we are going to, I'm just going to do it right now. Rant salt. Later on, probably when we add new features, we might use this row here to do some password encryption, but not right now. All right, that's extra. So we want to actually have this as slash. It's not that important, right? And this is not that important. Well, it is, but last name, email, and what else? User image. All right, and we should just say user everything, right? User last name. Why not? At least it's easier, right? That way we know user password. That way we know that everything just says user and username. All right, and we should just leave this one like this. Okay, I think this is very descriptive. The only thing that doesn't have the anything in front of it is just this one here. Well, it doesn't have the underscore, but everything else it does. All right, and user role. All right, so here is going to be a varchar. It's going to be text. Remember that 255. You don't have to put 255 on all of them. They're not going to be 255 characters, but I like to do that. And I'm just going to put text on that one. Varchar user role 255. And this one, varchar 255. All right. The only integer is this one right here. Perfect. So let's go ahead and click save, and we are done. All right. So now let's go ahead and insert some data right away since we are here, right? Username, I'm just gonna call this guy Rico. Password 123. First name, what can we call this guy? Rico. First name right there. Last name Suave. And then email Rico Suave at gmail.com. Hope you like that last name. And some image. We don't have any image right now. Role would be subscriber or admin. Let's make it admin because, you know, it's just admin right now. And then here, we're not going to worry about that right now. And let's just click go. Let me just make sure everything's perfect. Well, not perfect, but good to go. All right. So we have added a users table, and we have inserted some content into it. So the next video we're going to continue on that. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Alrighty, so we are done with the users table. We have inserted some data. It's time for us to build the HTML form that is going to display that, or the table, right? So what we want to do, let's go to brackets, which is our editor, or whatever editor you're using. And what we want to do is copy the comments.php page right here, and let's do a save as, right? And let's call that, well, this users.php. All right, and here in users, let's go ahead and direct this, the default one, to view all users. This page is not built yet, but we will build it in a minute. And this one to edit user, and this one to add user. Okay, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and build those pages, right? So the first one, view all users, let's go ahead and copy that from what? We have another page here called view all comments, right? Why not copy this one? Let's do a save as, and let's call this view all users. Perfect. Save. Let's go ahead, let's go back to the admin here, and let's check it out. Let's check something out. Add posts is very similar to what we want to do with add users, right? So this one is not, but this one is. Comments is not. We don't have an add page on comments. That might be an extra feature later on, but right now is not. So add post is very similar. Let's go ahead and do a save as on add post and call it add users, right? Or add user. All right, so add post should be right here. Let's do a save as, and let's call this add user. Perfect. What is the other one? Edit post should be the same thing. So let's just click on it and do a save as, edit user. Perfect. So we got all the pages here. Now the next thing to do is to actually fix this link right here. So when we click it, it takes us to that page, right? Right now, if we click on it, it doesn't take us anywhere. So let's go to the admin. It includes admin underscore navigations. You have that, and let's find it here somewhere. There we go. So we have this one here going to, so let's make this drop down go to all users actually. So users.php, and this drop down is just gonna say view all users, right? Users. There we go. This one here, let's make this one go to add user, add user.php. We might have to do something else to it like we did with the add post. I'm just double checking something real quick. View all posts and then add all posts. We might have to do the same thing here. All right. So view all users, and then this one is, let's just paste that in there, and add user. All right. So that would be the source. Post, no, actually users. .php source add users. All right. Save. Let's go back and see that. All right. Well, we need to change the name of it. Let's refresh it. First, let's go to the original page. Let's click on the first one. It's going to take us to this. And the second one is going to take us to sort add users. All right, perfect. So let's make sure that we change this drop down here that we forgot. Well, I forgot. You probably did not. So let's say add user. All right, perfect. I think we're doing a pretty good job. What do you think? All right. I think we're doing good, right? So click on it, view all users, add user. Perfect. If you follow me exactly like I did it right now, maybe if I left you behind, don't worry about it. Just rewind the video and do it again, and do it little by little. the great thing about it is that you can follow it just by pausing the video and rewinding it. All right. So this is something that you should know. And well, I see you in the next lecture here. If you follow me again, congratulations. You're doing a pretty good job. Take care. All right, so now that we've made the table, put some data into it, fix the links and make the pages, we need to modify a couple things. Our users tables don't look like our category tables, all right? Of course not. Well, they look like it, but they don't have the same columns, right? So we need to fix that. So let's go to the users, view all users. That's the first one we are going to be fixing. View all users, and here on top, we should have the headings right here. So let's go ahead and open, let's just open our PHP, our users table here in the database. Let's just put it to the side here. And let's go ahead and edit some of this stuff. Right? So on the first one, we have the ID. Then here we have the username. Then the password, we're not going to show that, of course not. First name. Right? Last name. There we go, last name. And not name, name with an M. All right. And email would be nice, right? What else can we display about the user? We can display an image, but we can do that in the username side there, so that's fine. What about role? Is that something that we can do? Yeah, we can do role. Role. Actually, yeah, row, that's fine. Row, and that's it for now. We got something else, we'll put it in later on, but right now that's it for now. The date it was created, that would be nice to know. And let's just delete all this. So we got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Let's just save it. Let's see how it looks. Let's go here, refresh. All right, perfect. All right, so what else? All right, I think that looks pretty good. I think we're gonna leave the rest to do in the next lecture, since we gotta do a lot of modification. It's gonna take some time to do. So on the next lecture, we're gonna continue modifying the view all users and trying to display some data from our table in the database. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lecture. All right, so in the last video, we modified some of this here. Let's go ahead and try to display some data now, right? So first thing that we want to do is we want to get everything from users. There we go. Then we want to change this, and we're going to say select users. As you can see now, most of the time what we're doing now is copy and pasting, modifying, and doing simple things like that. Super easy to do now, right? So now let's look at our table in the database, see the names of it. I think we name everything users, almost users, and we need to make sure that data is correct here on this side. So let's put this here. There we go. So we got the user there, user ID. So let's get that here, user ID. What else we got? Username. What else? User password. User password. What else? And then after the password, we got the first name. Then user last name. User email. And user image. All right, what else? Anything else we want to get out of there? Let's just get it out. Let's just get everything out. User role. Just because we're not going to use it, here visually doesn't mean that we're not going to use it internally. All right. So username, user password, user first name. I'm just double checking all the fields here. Make sure that we have everything we need. All right. Perfect. What next? I saw something here that I needed to do, but okay, right here we need to modify this. So I'm just gonna copy this and put it right here. Make sure you do the same thing. It's better to copy and paste actually, because if you try to do it thinking that you're not gonna make a mistake, believe me, super easy to make a mistake. I hope you are enjoying the course. If you pay attention and you do what I'm doing here on the course, you will do very good. You will succeed in PHP for sure. All right, so and all right, so just let's just verify that this is all correct. We can just double click here. All right, yeah, that's fine. All right. Actually, I thought that this editor had the same feature as another editor that I was using. You double click and we match the same keyword. But I guess if you let me see if they are the same. No, it doesn't have that feature. Maybe it's a plugin somewhere for this, but this one doesn't have that. So let's go ahead and echo some of this stuff out real quick. As a matter of fact, I think this video is already long enough. On the next one, we're gonna be finishing this off and displaying some information. I think we're done with just doing this one here, right? So in the next lecture, we're gonna be continuing this and hopefully we get it to display some data. Thank you, and I see you in the next lecture.